In 2007, another star burst out in the Hollywood sky, which everyone was looking forward to some incredible future. The actress was compared with Marilyn Monroe and called the next Angelina Jolie. This actress was called Megan Fox. Her salaries grew from several $1,000s to several million from just one film. Different publications put her on the cover and called the most beautiful actress of today. However, in our days, the actress is mainly shot in low-profile films that do not take place in cinemas. And if Bruce Willis goes into such pictures for a couple of days of shooting, then Megan Fox has to shoot in them for several weeks. Today I would like to remember about the fast takeoff and no less fast fall of this actress and stop in more detail at several of her works. Megan's career started at the very beginning of the 2000s. She was in several films in the 22nd Plan. She ran even through the second bad guys of the director Michael Bay. It's hard to notice her there, but if you try, you can still. For this episode, by the way, the director is often criticized in the United States. And if you pay attention to some moments of Bay's career, some of which will flow further, it's even a little surprising that he's still filming something and they didn't make a scary man out of him. At this point of the second bad guys, Megan Fox is only 15 years old. It is this moment that indignates many, like how disgusting Hollywood allowed a child to be filmed in such a fragment and where did the talented director look? After such a powerful role, Megan moved from the 22nd Plan to the 2 and 3 RD. In 2004, she appeared in several projects at once. The most successful of them was the comedy star of the scene, the main role in which Lindsay Lohan played. The film did not become a big hit, but with a budget of $15 million, it was able to raise $30 million in the United States. And it is believed that it was thanks to this film and the role that Fox played in it that she got into her next Transformers movie. In fact, the actress was a little lucky. From 2004 to 2005, she was footballed for a bunch of auditions where she came hoping to become a star. She was the closest to getting into the horror movie of MTV, but at the last stages of the selection, Melissa George still lost. It is quite possible that if she got one of the main roles in this horror movie, someone else would have already been filmed in the Transformers. Since the Transformers wrote 10 different scenarios, the film's pre-production was extended by a couple of years, and the actors on the main role began to look for a lot in advance. And here the actress was lucky that she was not subscribed to anything for the sake of her need. Director Michael Bay also ordered her to gain 5 kilograms of muscle mass, so for several months Megan Fox had to jump on every simulator that was in the visibility zone. Also in the film, her heroine will be called Michaela Baines. But there is nothing official about whether it was a joke from the creators or not. The only one who received an impressive fee for the Transformers is Shia LaBeouf. The guy was poisoned and humiliated on the set, so he claims that he insured himself in advance and refused to shoot for food even despite the orders of the producer of the film, Steven Spielberg. But Megan Fox agreed to shoot for the name in the titles, like in general many other actors. Tyrese Gibson claims that he had to pay the producers so that his name was not forgotten to indicate in these titles. In addition to herself, Megan Fox brought in something else in the Transformers. At least they often write about it, and officially this information was not denied by anyone. The actress assures that it was thanks to her that the Linkin Park band appeared in the film. Fox told that she was at the concert of Linkin Park, after which musicians met with her, already knowing that she was in the Transformers movie, and persuaded her to convey to the producers their desire to be in the film, which she, in general, did. In 2007, the Transformers, having hit the big screens, produced the effect of an exploded bomb. In the world tour, the $150 million film collected $709 million. Hasbro has sold a record number of toys in its history. Plus, the tape blew up the DVD market, breaking up with a record sale in the first week of sales and taking the overall first place at the end of the year. Everyone woke up to the famous after Transformers. Even Tyrese Gibson, who was immediately signed for A Deadly Race and then returned to the Forsage franchise. Shia's revenues soared from $400,000 to $8 million. Megan Fox too, no one forgot. And if for the first Transformers she received a friendly pat on the shoulder, then for the second part the actress was already paid $800,000. How much various brands began to pay, which lined up in line to bow to her, remains only to be guessed. The actress was a little unlucky with the two films that came out between the Transformers. She subscribed to them even before the first Transformers hit the big screen, so it was not possible to earn on these tapes. Although in the comedy with Simon Pegg, How to Lose Friends and Make Everyone Hate You, the actress could count on career growth. In those years, Simon Pegg was considered a rising star after the success of Cool Legals and Run Fat Run, and from his new $28 million project, in which Jeff Bridges and Kirsten Dunst lit up, everyone was waiting for great success. But in the run-up, the tape somehow collected $19 million. And the second Fox comedy, called Shlyushka, completely flew past the big screens, going straight to the video. After the grandiose success of the first Transformers, the second, of course, was ordered to be shot in a short time. Because of this, the script of the film would not have had time to go over how it was done with the first picture. So also, the rush was covered by a riot of screenwriters, and the film itself was shot according to the sketches that a couple of screenwriters managed to give out in 3 weeks. However, running ahead, it can be said that it did not affect the cash register in any way. Megan Fox often talks about how she had to suffer in this film. First of all, Michael Bay was very disappointed by the fact that the actress managed to lose weight between the filming of the first and second tape. So Fox was prescribed a diet of buns, the supervision of which was followed by a specially trained person. And Fox returned 7 kilograms in 3 weeks, the disappearance of which was noticed by Michael Bay. However, this time, due to the speed, everything did not go into the muscles. And in the film, it became noticeable that the actress has improved a little. Most of all, Fox is outraged by the scene in which she was thrown on a moped in short shorts. She assures that she was filmed from 10 cameras, which constantly drove back and forth, and she was told that the main camera drives on her from the side of the face, and everything else will be somewhere there in the background and no one is particularly interested. In the final version, it turned out that there were no shots from that camera in the film. But there are a lot of other people who mostly skated from behind. In general, the actress often likes to repeat that she is not at all the same as she is represented in many films. She grew up in a terribly religious family, and all these angles of Michael Bay have always annoyed her. And although The Place of the Fallen was shot almost without a script, due to which the same Michael Bay was constantly outraged, in the cinemas the film performed perfectly. With a budget of $200 million, the tape was collected for $836 million. In parallel with the Transformers, where Fox was bound to a contract for 3 films and she could not break some crazy fee, the actress managed to be filmed in the movie The Body of Jennifer, and although it was shot before the second Transformers hit the theaters, for her participation, she received $5 million. The Body of Jennifer, despite its modest budget, was one of the most advertised films of the year. All because of the people involved in production. The script for this film was written by the author Juno, who in 2007, with a budget of $7 million, collected $231 million worldwide. The scriptwriter Diablo Cody was immediately appointed an incredible talent and began to make money. And from The Body of Jennifer, everyone was waiting for something similar to Juno's success. But this did not happen. In the rollout, the $31 million film took only $31 million. The director of this film, Karen Kusama, who put Aeon Flux, which failed much more effectively, in front of The Body, in failure, accused the studio and the advertising company. According to her, the studio did everything wrong in relation to this film and promoted it as some kind of youth comedy with Megan Fox. Although in fact the movie was about something else, and if the studio listened to her, then everything would be fine with the tape. Megan Fox agrees with such conclusions and believes that The Body of Jennifer is the best movie of her entire career. Following The Body of Jennifer, the high-priced and expensive John Hicks failed. No One Needs a Movie That Cost $50 million got to the cinema in 2010 and collected only $11 million. In general, it became obvious that despite the popularity of Fox in those years, the audience did not rush to her in the cinema, but still, the main blow to her career was made by the third Transformers, more precisely, her absence in the third film. Now, there is a lot of different information about why Fox left the film, although at that moment she was preparing for filming in it. Initially, the director Michael Bay was accused of everything, who did not like that the actress in all interviews calls him a tyrant and even compares him with Hitler. However, the actress herself never said that she was thrown out of the film by Michael Bay. The director himself denied it. And when the whole noise about this calmed down and Fox was replaced in the third film by Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, it turned out that the producer of the film, Steven Spielberg, burned out from all these statements about the fascists at the Adolfo Urulia site. Will later say that after one of such interviews, Fox called him and demanded that this actress have no relationship with the film tomorrow. In those years, it was often possible to hear the statement that Spielberg had nothing to do with it, and Bay simply covered himself with an important body so that all the bullets in this body were tied. But in 2013, when Megan Fox was already little needed, Michael Bay took her as the main female role in his own production project, The Ninja Turtles. And since Bay has repeatedly said that he has never offended Fox because of her statement, most likely he is not involved in her departure from Transformers. Although in the network, you can also find a statement that Steven is somewhere there and denies his involvement in the release of Fox. Well, Fox in 2010 with a career did not get along sharply. In large films, if you do not count the invitation of BF Turtles in 3 years, her name was completely stopped, and she had to shoot in something like The Games of Passion, which was noted in them Mickey Rourke called just another incredibly shitty movie in which he climbed. However, the popularity of Fox quickly did not go away, so she was still called on the role of a cameo, like the appearance in The Dictator Sacha Baron Cohen. A small success could be considered the fall into the cast of the comedy Love and Adults, which was set by the very popular director Jata Patov in those years. But it so happened that it was this film that did not meet expectations, received modest ratings, and collected $88 million with a budget of $40. Here, Fox was already going to move to Category B, but he postponed the trip just to Bay of the Ninja Turtle, and although the first tape was strongly criticized, it performed well in the rollout. With a budget of $125 million, the collection amounted to $485 million. But the second part was already unlucky. With a budget of up to $135 million, only $245 million managed to collect in the world rollout. There was no one else to save the actress, and after the Turtles, she went to films of an incomprehensible category. And when the actress makes sluggish attempts to be filmed in something else, it turns out to be a film by James Franco, which is removed for a long shelf for as long as 3 years and then released immediately for video. Nowadays, some professional has decided to make an action star out of Fox. It is still unknown to whom it came to mind and for what reason it continues to do so, but the actress was highlighted in several militants filmed for TV and streaming. The viewer rating of these films is around 5 points out of 10, and it seems that this should hint at something, but the actress was taken in the 4th undeniable, where all fans of action movies will be able to watch it again in battle color. One of the last films of the actress, the film Midnight on the Golden Field, is one of the best films of Bruce Willis in terms of viewer rating. This is, of course, about the current period of his career. Usually these films have a viewer rating of 4 out of 10, and the film with Megan Fox, the audience rated it 5 out of 10. Surprisingly, the actress is doing well with advertising contracts. Whatever she does with her appearance, she has them, and in theory, they allow her to live well. And a couple of years ago, she parted with the star of the Beverly Hills series 90210, and as many believe, she finally bloomed, and perhaps she will still have time to restart her career. Moreover, now it shines again on the covers of various tabloids due to a meeting with some famous guy who knows how to sing. I don't know how good he is, but it seems to be helping her career too. Already caught in the unbearable, and no matter how they came out in the end, it will still be a movie of a slightly higher level than the last works of an actress shot for a couple of dollars. Now she is 35, and it will be difficult to return to the stage at which she was at the junction of the zeros and tens, or rather impossible. But the world is a strange thing. Maybe Megan Fox will be lucky. Happy to introduce you to a fantastic website that lets you stream movies, shows, and documentaries without the hassle of juggling multiple subscriptions like HBO, Netflix, Max, Hulu, Apple TV, and others. Just click the link in the description to check out this top-notch streaming service today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more great content. Share your thoughts and suggestions for future videos in the comments below. And don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss an update.